Hey guys, what's good? Power Up a Boxing is back with another video in the books or on the web. So we got a big fight coming up. Some people say it's not a big fight, or they won't call it a big fight. But it's still an interesting fight in my opinion, and I think it's good for boxing. And that's the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight. The chosen one versus the problem child. Um, yeah, I'm intrigued by this fight. I'm always intrigued by a Jake Paul fight because the guy's been knocking guys out, and though they're not like world class boxers that he's stopping or knocking out, it's still there's intrigue because you want to see how far this can go. How far can his skills go? And yeah, like this is just another step for him in a good MMA striker in Woodley. Obviously, Woodley though is not pride. It's not. People are forgetting that he's not primarily a striker, and I feel like you can't confuse that with people like McGregor is a striker. Vitor Belfort is a striker. But Woodley is a good striker, but I think he's more of a good wrestler. That's his actual background. So people maybe get that confused that they think, oh yeah, how he won his fights by boxing, but really he his background is wrestling. So uh, though he is a good striker. But I, to be honest, I forget. I don't remember the last fight I've seen with Woodley. To be honest, like I don't watch MMA as much. I watch the big fights, so I did see him fight a couple times, but that was like a long time ago. Like I think I seen him lose against Usman. I seen him when he was in his heyday winning, and I remember he was explosive and he was a good striker. So, but yeah, so each step we're finding out what Jake is made of, and that's what the intrigue is about. How far can he take this? And obviously, he's giving us knockouts, so you can't complain with that. Um, they just did the face to face with Ariana Hawaii. I don't even know how to say his name right. Ariel Hawani, Ariel Hawani. Yeah, so you could tell he didn't want to be there. It was awkward as shit for him. It was go and watch it, guys. It's like almost 40 minutes, and it's just pure cringe. Like it makes you wanna, like it makes you want Tyron Woodley to knock him out even more if you did before, and if you were going for Jake, it makes you wanna not go for him anymore because it's just pure cringe. And the stuff that Jake says is just it's just really annoying. Like the way he's talking and the way he's I don't know, it's just really annoying the way he's just saying stuff and the things he is saying. His whole demeanor is just irritating, even for a viewer. So I gotta give respect to Woodley for the way he handled it. Like that he didn't just get irritated as fuck and get extremely like angry because I don't know what I would have did. Like I would have been, I maybe not have, wouldn't have lashed out, but I would have been like extremely irritated. And he probably was inside, but he handled it pretty well, I gotta say. And Jake was saying, "Oh, why you mad? Why you mad?" But really, like Jake's the one who seems more irritated and uncomfortable than Woodley. So yeah, it just seemed like Jake was trying to like force a narrative of it that Tyron was like losing his composure and he was getting in his head, but really he was trying to push it too much that it looked like the opposite, that Jake was trying to convince himself so much of that he looked like the one that was couldn't the fact that he couldn't get in Tyron's head there, that he it was getting to him. Uh that he was the one that was getting it was getting in his head that he wasn't getting in Tyron's head. That's what it was projecting to me. Um because his talking wasn't working really. But other than that, though, obviously when it comes to the fight, I am picking Jake Paul to win, not on any of the mental stuff. Like, I know the mental stuff's important, but in the talking, it really doesn't matter. Like, even if he doesn't get in his head and then maybe that gets to Jake, I really don't think. I think Jake's so into himself and his ego's so big that his confidence is still going to be there. And his boxing skills are superior to Woodley, I believe. And that's why I believe he will win the fight, either by knockout or whatever. But I'm kind of going for Woodley after this face to face. Like before, it was kind of, I just wanted to see a good fight. But I don't know, some interviews, I don't mind Jake. He seems smart, respectful. But then other interviews like this, like he's trying to, like, I know maybe it's just a persona, what he's doing for the cameras, but it's just too much. It's just annoying to me. And it makes me not like him that he's doing it. So maybe he's not like that personally, but it's just like, ugh. Like, just watch that face-to-face and you'll know what I mean. Other than that, though, I think he's the better boxer and he could win by knockout. If I had to bet, I would bet that. But I'm kind of pulling for Woodley now to make it more of a fight than his friend Ben Askren did. And don't get confused. Ben Askren was a milk bag going into the fight, so you can't really compare. This is a big step up for Jake. Even though, what do you call it? Tyron Woodley is not he's not a boxer either, but still, at least he doesn't look like a milk bag. I just hope he doesn't gas out. That could be his downfall in the fight with his big muscles. He has like massive legs, and those take a lot of oxygen. So, yeah, I think, what is it, 8 rounds or 10 rounds or something? So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I just think Jake has the better boxing skills, and he takes it seriously. And you can't overlook someone like that. Even if they act the way they do in front of the cameras, you got to respect the work he's putting in. Or not even respect it, just like you see the work he's putting in. You have to take it seriously. Like, you have to take him seriously. Like, you don't have to respect him as a person, but you have to take him as a fighter seriously. So, yeah, like, I just think it's going to be a good fight. There's a high outcome of a knockout, I would say. But yeah, from what I've seen, Woodley, he looks in great shape. I'm not gonna lie, he looks really in great shape. Like, he looks like a bodybuilder. Like, he's jacked. I seen him on the mitts in his media day workout. He was doing more pity patty on the mitts, so it's hard to like pick up anything on that. He wasn't really throwing explosive shots on the mitts. And I'd say when I see Jake hit the mitts and Jake do workouts, he's more of he's explosive puncher. So other than that, I think it's just going to come down to Jake recently has more boxing experience than Woodley. I know Woodley's been in the fight game for way longer, but Jake recently, for the last couple years, has been in boxing fully. Well, Woodley hasn't. And Woodley is used to a different sport, a different distance, everything. So I just feel like Jake is going to win this fight with his boxing skills, and he is the bigger man by a little bit, like height-wise and reach probably. Weight-wise, they're around the same. Yeah, I just think the skills of Jake are going to win the fight. That's what I think. And but I really do hope that it's a competitive fight, whoever wins, and I'm kind of pulling for Woodley now. But just because I don't like Jake's persona sometimes. Even if he's just doing it for the cameras, it's just annoying. And I know, like, if he's legitimately doing good things for fighters, like he's increasing all the fighters' pay, he's taking a pay cut. If he's legitimately doing that, then yeah, that is a good thing. But still, the way he acts on camera is just annoying. And but if he's a good person off camera, good for him. That's all I gotta say. You can't take anything away from that if he's actually doing what he's doing by helping out fighters and giving to charities, I'm hearing, and stuff. So yeah, so let me know what you guys thought of that face-off, though, face-to-face. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. Ariane Hawali. Ariel Hawani does. I think it's on Showtime's boxing channel. I think Showtime Sports. Go check it out. Fight is on Sunday, not Saturday. Remember that. And yeah, let me know who you think's gonna win the fight. And I'll see you guys in the next video.